You're listening to Prophecy Talk with Erika Grey.
The conflict between North Korea and the United States is definitely escalating. Today's headlines alone read, Japan vows to take action with U.S. after North Korea missile test. North Korea threat. Mattis says war with isolated nation would be catastrophic. U.S. Navy orders third nuclear-powered aircraft carrier into North Korean waters. Now, the Bible in Matthew 24:7 tells us, so you will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. These things must happen, but the end is still to come. So this conflict between North Korea and the United States, we know is a characteristic of the end times. But what is really frightening is that Kim Jong-un, it's as if he is over there in North Korea with this goal of launching an attack on the United States, and he is working very hard towards that. No ground combat, no typical war, just launching a nuke. And each week, he is launching more and more missiles until he succeeds at one that can reach the U.S. shores. So the question then becomes, with this conflict escalating, this conflict being a sign of the end times, and Kim Jong-un has shown his defiance because now he's launching more missiles than ever. So with this obvious conflict on the horizon, what do we know from Bible prophecy? So the question is, in this conflict is, can the United States suffer a nuclear attack? And is that in end-time Bible prophecy? And I want to say that the possibility exists. There is the possibility that we will be struck by a country like North Korea. And we need to start thinking of the consequences of a strike like that and what it would do to the U.S. economy, what it would do to the area that was struck, how it would impact, because that is a real possibility. And why is it a possibility? Because of this question of not knowing where exactly the U.S. fits in end-time Bible prophecy. We see in Jeremiah 6:22 this passage that appears to be talking about Armageddon and talking about the king of the north in a coalition with a great nation on the sides of the earth going to Israel. And that has never happened in the history of Israel. So we know that that is a passage dealing with Armageddon. And the best description for the United States is this great nation from the sides of the earth in relation to where Israel is. So that tells us that the U.S. will still be in existence, will still be a great nation. But yet, on the other hand, we see this description in Daniel 7:7 of the final world empire. And Daniel states, King James Version, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. And the appearance of this beast was so powerful and frightening that Daniel couldn't sleep. He couldn't eat. It disturbed him greatly. So in the face of that kind of power, where is the U.S. going to be? Well, the U.S. is going to be diminished. It will no longer be the leading world power as it has been for many years now. There is the possibility that we will suffer a nuclear attack. So this is very, very frightening, what this conflict that's going on. And it would also fit in with what we're told of, nations rising against nations. And when that attack, if it possibly occurs, would just lend to this verse. So this is a real concern, this situation with North Korea. So we're going to need to follow this. If you are not subscribed to Prophecy Talk, you need to subscribe today for more reports like this and of all of the other issues and conflicts that we are dealing with in these end times.